Hello everyone, welcome back. Hope you're doing absolutely fantastic. And today we have another update for Microsoft Flight Simulator. This is a beta update and it's really big. It's insanely good. So we're gonna be covering it. We're gonna be going over the entire changelog and it's quite big. So sit down, we're gonna be going over the changelog. I will be showing you how to join the beta on the Steam version of Microsoft Flight Simulator. And I'm also going to read how you can do that if you have the Microsoft Store version of Microsoft Flight Simulator. So, a word of caution though, if you have any mods for the CJ4, which is the airplane you have on your screen right now. So if you have any mods for the CJ4, the TBM 930, the Citation Longitude, try and remove those mods so they are not going to interfere with those airplanes, as well as the G3000. So if you have any mods for these, just remove them from your community folder, just so you can avoid any sort of conflict. Okay, first things first. For the update notes, they mention that for the next year, so 2023, they plan to upgrade other key Premium Deluxe planes. So right now, this update is going to focus on the CJ4, which is a default airplane on this standard package, the TBM 930, which is also a standard airplane, and the Longitude. The Longitude is an airplane that is exclusive to Premium Deluxe owners, I believe. So that's quite nice. It's finally getting some updates. There are also several changes to the G3000 and the G5000 avionics. The GNS 430W and the GNS 530W, and a few general bug fixes based on community feedback. This patch is 1.30.5.0. It is fairly small. I believe I downloaded like 130 megabytes on Steam, and when I launched Microsoft Flight Simulator, the update was like 600 megabytes, so it's fairly small. If you're playing on PC, outdated packages may have an unexpected impact on the performance and behavior. Yep. General bug fixes. Fixed unflyable helicopters when user had the legacy flight model realism settings. Gyroscope set to less than 100%. Fixed control loss of pitch axis on helicopters when anti-stall assist is on. Repaired snow covering 100% of airport, tarmac, and roads. So here we have Zamadon in beautiful Switzerland. Look at this. Very obvious snow. A whole lot of snow. Absolutely beautiful place. And yeah, let's keep going. Fixed terrain level of detail issue on Xbox. GNS 430W, GNS 530W. The simulators Garmin GNS 430W and GNS 530W have been upgraded to bring them much more closely in line with their real-world counterparts. That is very nice. I really hope they keep updating those. Comprehensive visual overhaul for accurate font symbology, look, operation, and feel. Advanced flight plan support, including support for complex departure, arrival, and approach procedures, such as arcs, holds, procedure turns, with correct real unit limitations. No radius to fix, heading, or some intercept lags. Full RNAV support and simulation, with support for LPV, LP, LNAV, VNAV, and plus V vertical guidance during approaches. Nice. GPS satellite and SBAS simulation, including orbital mechanics-based real satellite positions and accurate SBAS coverage areas, GPS status page. So I believe we have already seen the GPS in Microsoft Flight Simulator acquiring the GPS satellites. When you boot up any GPS now, if you have the update, the previous update to the Avionics, you would get the GPS actually acquiring the signal from the satellites. That is a really nice touch. VNav profile calculator page and associated reminders alerts. Support for missed approaches and missed approach holds. Full specification accurate ADS-B based traffic avoidance system. More accurate map symbology procedure previews. Keyboard entry mode for waypoints, nav aids, and direct choose. I absolutely love this feature. Numerous customization options found on the Rio unit, such as metric, imperial units, settings, map data, fields, settings. Satellite weather overlay support, so NextRad, basically kind of a weather radar, but not a real radar. These units have been added to the following aircraft in AAU 1. So, Cessna C-172 Classic, all variants, Robin Cap 10, Diamond DA-40 TDI, Diamond DV-20, L-39 some variants, P-51D some variants, T-6, Baby Boomer, Cessna Citation CV4, CJ4, and Avionics. The Cessna Citation CJ4 Avionics have been heavily upgraded to bring in authentic CJ4 Avionics experience. Nice. Comprehensive visual overhaul for accurate font symbology, look, operation, and feel. Independent MFD and FMS operation. Advanced flight plan support including ARCs, radius to fix, intercepts, hold, procedure turns, missed approaches, and custom waypoint scratchpad entry. Coupled VNav with editable constraints, flight path angles, vertical path smoothing, and VNav invalidation conditions. Advanced autopilot including armable lateral and vertical modes, as well as complex combined armed modes. Full specification accurate TCAS traffic system. TCAS 2 traffic system. Cabin pressurization complete crew alerting system. FMS performance calculations for takeoff and landing speeds. Integrated dual engine FADEC systems with N1 mode indications and accurate N1 targets. Independent display options and state saving. Enhanced FMS text MFD display modes. Keyboard entry for FMS data entry. AHRS alignment and startup sequence. Improved flight model. Improvements to ground and crosswind handling during the takeoff and landing phases. Improvements to flight control, performance accuracy, smoothness, and handling. Improvements to fuel consumption accuracy. Improvements to handling while in ground effect. Improved engine and interior sound effects. This is a major upgrade for the CJ4. The CJ4 is an airplane that I really like. I absolutely love the CJ4, the actual aircraft itself, the plane. And seeing this big of an update for the CJ4 for Microsoft Flight Simulator is, I'm very happy. Very happy to say the least. Today is a good day for the CJ4. Garmin G3000 and Garmin G5000 Avionics suits. Comprehensive visual overhaul for accurate font, symbology, look, operation, and feel, including Garmin Touch controller visuals that are faithful to the Rio unit, complete with UI animations. Advanced flight plan support, including arcs, radius to fix, intercepts, holds, procedure turns, and missed approaches. Support for custom waypoints, including latitude, longitude, point, bearing, distance, and present position. 2 aircraft-dependent styles of coupled VNav. Simple VNav, descent path VNav only, always targets bottommost altitude constraint. Advanced VNav, climb constraint and descent path VNav, vertical path smoothen through varied constraint types, editable constraints and flight path angles. Independent PFD and GTC options, PFDs and MFDs with full split pane support for the full set of context-dependent GTC knob controls, GPS satellite and SBAS simulation, including real orbital mechanics-based satellite positions, accurate SBAS coverage areas, and GPS status page. Comprehensive traffic system implementations, including aircraft-dependent, spec-compliant Garmin TIS, TAS, and TCAS-2. Support for multiple layout styles, including horizontal and vertical GTCs, screen pane options, numbers of screens, and more. Support for custom V-speed bugs, SVT, angle of attack indicator, HSI movement map, timers, minimums, and bearing pointers. A multitude of customization options, including measurement units, all saved per screen and/or aircraft. A HRS alignment and startup sequence, JavaScript plugin support for loading engine instruments and systems, EIS displays, custom PFD and MFD display panes, full or half screen, custom GTC navigation, icons and pages, aircraft systems simulation, and instrument styling. Now for the TBM 930, support and wiring for the new Garmin G3000, support for fully coupled basic VNav as found in the real aircraft, customized and highly accurate EIS, systems synoptic pages, customized electrical modeling, support for opening exterior cockpit and cabin doors. Now for the Longitude, support and wiring for the new Garmin G5000, support for fully coupled advanced VNav as found on the real aircraft. Nice. Flight model improvements, better feeling of direct control, highly accurate performance numbers, revised fuel burns, improved ground and crosswind handling, more accurate float during the landing phase, dual engine FADEC with accurate N1 targets, modes, and thresholds, fully featured auto throttle system with correct AT modes, functionality, and communication to and from the FMS. Custom Longitude Systems Synoptics pages. Customized and highly accurate Longitude EIS. Full suite of accurate CAS messages. Takeoff and landing data towed support with FMS takeoff and landing performance calculations. Modeled systems based on manufacturer feedback and documentation. Bleed air system including pressure and temperature simulations. Feedback between pneumatically fed systems and starters. Hydraulic system including fluid-based pressures sim with realistic hydraulic accumulator behavior and system knock-on effects from hydraulically powered systems, as well as full PTCU simulation. Environmental control system with cabin cockpit air mass simulations and sounds. Automated brake system with anti-skid, wheel-up spin inhibition, and brake temperature simulations. Electrical system including generator bus connection logic and automatic on-ground bus tie logic. Speed brake and ground spoiler control system with automated ground spoilers and speed brake auto stow logic and corrected spoiler panel behavior. Fuel system with automated fuel pump logic and temperature simulations, cabin pressurization system fed from the bleed air system with correct climb and descent schedules and controller modes, anti-ice system fed from the bleed air system with temperature simulation and engine load efficiency decreases, N1 and 2 fuel flow. Exterior lighting systems with automatic light logic, improved light levels and locations, pre-flight system auto tests simulation LSH18 and DG1001, corrected instrument names on instrument panels and boot screens, bug fixes, fixed an issue where the sim would allow an APU or engine bleed air start under the incorrect conditions, G1000NXI fixed incorrect text label in PFD arrival selection page, fixed flight plan clearing when loading a VTF as the next leg, fixed wind direction being shown in degrees true rather than magnetic, fixed GPS WP distance showing 0 on a random direct chew. So they really went all out. This is a massive update. Like it basically revamped the CJ4, the Longitude. It vastly improved those, the TBM 930, the Avionics as a whole. This is really big. Known issues. Users on the Series S hardware may currently experience a higher rate of crashes due to low memory when using the TBM and Longitude. The team is aware of the issue and working towards a solution. That's not good, but they are working towards a solution, so that's really nice. PFDs on the TBM and Longitude will not yet be split on this build and instead will be mirrored. Longitude APU total time may not display the correct value. Some icons on the Longitude systems and controls pages may not display, but page pane operation is not affected. Toga button on the CJ4 throttle handle may be hard or impossible to click for some users, but the key button will work to activate Toga. The test display on the GNS430W and GNS530W will not presently move the CDI needles. The nearest intersections page on the GNS units may display procedure intersections which appear to be duplicates. That's nice. So we have a bunch of new things. We have a bunch of new bug fixes. And this is the CJ. I cannot wait to try this out. I have not had any time yet to try this out, but I cannot wait to finally try this out. Now, if you want to join this, there are some things that you have to know. So there is always a risk that you may have to fully reinstall the sim if you decide to leave the beta early. Or even when you're joining. So it is a risk. So you might have to install the whole thing again. It's a pretty big simulator, so keep that in mind. It might work, it might happen. It did not happen to me, but it is a possibility if you're gonna join this. They do say if you have Microsoft Flight Simulator content installed completely on a custom path, you will have a much lower chance that a full reinstall will be necessary when the update is officially released. So keep that in mind. They are the ones saying this. And now I'm going to show you how to join this on Steam, and later I'm going to read over the instructions if you have the Microsoft Store version of this. So for Steam, it's very straightforward. You can have your library open, or even here on the downloads, you're going to right click this, properties. Again, very, very easy. And you're going to go betas, aircraft avionics update 01. So if you're not part of any beta, you're going to have this set to none. So what you want to do is you want to click this, and then you want to click Flight Sim Beta Aircraft and Avionics Update. You're going to click this, and right after you should get this update. The size of the download might vary a little bit. I imagine based on whether you have the standard version, the premium deluxe. So I have the standard version of Microsoft Flight Simulator, and this is how big the update was for me. And then I opened the simulator and I got a 600 megabytes update. It went by very quickly. As for those of you in the Microsoft Store or Xbox, you're gonna open the Xbox Insider Hub on your PC or Xbox, or install it via the Microsoft Store if you don't have it yet. On the left side, you're gonna click on Previews, look for Microsoft Flight Simulator Beta, and join. And then you're gonna select Join or Manage. From the list of groups, select Microsoft Flight Simulator Sim Update 11 and click Save. Wait for the registration to complete, then restart your Xbox console or PC. This prompts the store to refresh and get the update. After restarting, launch Microsoft Flight Simulator and you will be prompted to update. If you don't wish to restart immediately after joining, you can wait a few hours for the store to refresh and get the update, then launch the game. If you'd like to leave the pre-release test before it ends and reinstall the live build, follow these instructions. Open the Xbox Insider Hub app, navigate to Previews, Microsoft Flight Simulator Beta, click Manage. On the left side, select Leave Preview, wait for the unenrollment to complete, restart your Xbox or PC, then launch the game. PC users, if not on a custom path, you will have to reinstall the sim to restore the prior build. Oof. So this is what they're saying. I hope it works out for you. I have no way of testing this, but I believe this is exactly what you should be doing if you have the Microsoft Store version or Xbox. For the Steam version, it's a lot easier. You right-click Microsoft Flight Simulator, Properties, Betas, and then Flight Sim Beta, Sim Update 11, and then there's like the Avionics. There's a full name. I guess we can do this again just so I can double check the name. So Properties, Betas, yes, Flight Sim Beta, Aircraft, and Avionics Update 1. So this is the name that is shown on Steam. If you would like to exit the pre-release test before it ends and revert back to the live build, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to right-click Microsoft Flight Simulator, Properties, Betas, and then you're going to move it to None. Very straightforward. So let me know what you guys think about this update. It is really, really big. I personally don't really... I never really enroll in betas like this. It's usually a little bit buggy. It usually affects the planes, you know, and I don't like dealing with that kind of stuff usually. So I usually wait for the actual official release. So the bugs will be ironed out, the planes will be updated. But this update is big. It's big, it's good, it's very, very nice. I cannot wait to try out the CJ4. It's a beautiful plane. And there's a whole lot of ice. Yeah, it is picking up some ice, but, you know, it is quite snowy here. Very, very much snowy. I am very excited for the future of Microsoft Flight Simulator. This simulator keeps getting better and better, and every update it just keeps improving upon itself. The planes that we have, the planes that have released for Microsoft Flight Simulator this year, they've been outstanding. So we're getting some excellent planes. There are some planes that have not released yet that are absolutely amazing. So I'm very excited for the future of Microsoft Flight Simulator. I imagine in the future we might even get either VetSim integration or something very similar natively. Can you imagine that? Having that kind of ATC in Microsoft Flight Simulator and not third party? That would be mind blowing. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Did you like this update? Are you as excited as I am for the future of Microsoft Flight Simulator? And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe. It helps me out a lot. And it also lets me know you guys are enjoying the content. And wherever you are, I hope you stay safe, fly safe. Bye bye.